It's Thanksgiving. Do you guys wait till the very last minute to start cooking, or is it just me? I'm like a last minute person on everything. But does it stress you guys out? I have a solution for that. This is my solution for not having to deal with holiday stress. Wine. Trust me on this one. So it's like, what time is it right now? It's almost midnight. I've got a 5K tomorrow morning. I'm like spitting as I'm talking to the camera. Sorry. So yeah, I'm baking a cheesecake. We're gonna do a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. Have you guys ever had Junior's Cheesecakes? They're based out of New York. They have amazing cheesecakes. Well, this one, I promise it's gonna give that company a run for their money. You're gonna need a springform pan. If you guys don't know what that is, it comes like this, and it's gonna allow you to, after you cook the cheesecake, you just pop this thing off, and the edges are gonna, it's gonna separate from the pan so you can like serve the cheesecake or something along those lines. So, it's not dirty, I just forgot to explain what this is, so I took the graham cracker crumbs out. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make the crust for the bottom of the cheesecake. So, we're gonna take 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs and 1/4 cup of butter, so it's like half a stick of butter. And you're gonna melt the butter about 45 seconds in the microwave, and we're gonna like blend it all together and kind of mash it down, and it's gonna make the crust, and you're gonna want it to cover the entire bottom and then also along the sides of the pan. Sorry it's late, I'm tired, I've worked a lot. Saving lives is exhausting, so I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Alright, first thing you wanna do is spray some Pam along the sides, so otherwise the cheesecake is gonna stick, and then when you separate the sides of the pan away, it's gonna crack your cheesecake and it's gonna look ugly. So I just dumped a bunch of graham cracker crumbs in here. Always wash your hands. No one. I feel like I need more butter. Maybe not. Alright, we're just gonna mix all that in together. You can go ahead and set your oven to 250 degrees so you can get all this together while it's heating up. Good enough. So it's gonna not fall apart when you do it like that. Almond slices, and just cover the bottom of the crust with that, and it's going to give it an almond nutty flavor. I really like almonds, so we'll add more. Alright, so now we have our graham cracker cheesecake crust. Now, for the white chocolate part, we gotta melt it. You have to be really careful with white chocolate because it burns so easily. So this is one of those things that you have to constantly keep an eye on it. So just a little PSA plug. There's a local store in Chattanooga. If you're ever there, it's called the Sugar Shop. They sell 5-pound bags of white chocolate. I don't know what I'm ever gonna do with this. There's no way I'm gonna eat all this ever. Who wants a cheesecake? I'll send you one. I'm going to cook it on about like, well, I'm going to cook it about a level 5. If you guys want some good cooking utensil products, I highly recommend Williams-Sonoma. This is not a paid advertisement, but I just really like that. I have like graham crackers all over my face. Ew. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to like, as it's melting, you just want to stir it until it's melted all the way. Then once that is melted all the way, we're going to take it off the hot eye, and we're just going to let it sit for a minute while we mix the rest of the stuff together. So if you guys are really interested in eating healthy, it's the holidays. Put this stuff in the trash. It costs for 8 ounces of white chocolate, so I think I measured it right, but that should be about 1 1/3 cups. And you put. Technically, it says to cook it in a double boiler, but I don't have that, so I'm just cooking it, melting it in this pot. Do you guys have KitchenAid mixers? They're the best. So now we're gonna do 4 packages, 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. You can use low fat if you want, or you can just use regular. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really take away from the flavor at all. So that till it's light and fluffy. Then we're gonna add half a cup of sugar plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. Add 4 eggs, like egg white and egg yolk, and then 2 egg yolks. So you want like an egg separator. You can just crack it and just alternate it between the shells. That's what I do. And you don't have to have an extra utensil for cooking. Crack my egg. Can you guys do the one-handed egg trick? Always make sure you don't have shells in there. Giant fail. Got an egg chunk out of there. What you guys didn't see, I added 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm just going to do a little spritz of vanilla. And then we're going to taste it. I know people say that like eggs, you can get salmonella from it, but I've been eating cake batter my whole life and I've never once gotten sick. Add any fruit that you want to this. I usually like to use raspberries because a little bit of a tart kick to it and it's really good. I'm so excited to share this recipe with you guys. I'm just going to pour the cheesecake mix over the crust and the raspberries and we're going to pop that in the oven at 250 degrees for about an hour. You want the cheesecake to be firm to touch, but you don't want it burnt, obviously. So fun fact about me, I am so passionate about food, and actually I still want to go to culinary school. Sometime in between the 40 and 50 hours that I work a week. Yeah, I'll just fit that in wherever. Trying to move to New York next year, so that would be a really good place for me so I can pursue those opportunities with food. I am not a girl that you date, that you take out and she gets a salad. I can eat. I can eat like a guy. I can eat like a whole pizza. That's really good. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this in the oven. Alright, so after I made that cheesecake, I just popped it in the fridge overnight. I know I look different, but I went and ran a 5K this morning. It's Thanksgiving, so we need to be thankful and help out other people if we can. Homeless people gotta eat too. Alright, so for the big reveal, this is the cheesecake, if I don't make a mess. This is really scary. Alright, so here we go. Here's our beautiful white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. I would die if this like slid off the pan, but to be honest, I would just pick it back up, my floor's clean, and put it back together, and I would eat it off my floor because it's so good. But yeah, so what I did, I took the springform pan out, and I just took a knife and kind of went around the edges to loosen it up a little bit so it didn't split my pie. It's not a pie. So it didn't split the cheesecake. Alright. I hope you guys all have a great Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food. Stay safe out there if you're going to drink. Don't forget to Uber. Uber home, guys. Alright? Alright, see you guys on the next one. Bye.